So much to study for the PMP exam, especially the talk about Agile. You've probably heard from me and others that Agile is big on the PMP exam. Now, it is big, but not in the way a lot of people are studying Agile. Let me explain what I mean. The focus on the exam is not about the technicalities of Agile. In other words, the technicalities that come with the frameworks and the methods that people use in the world of Agile. Instead, it is more about the mindset that you need to have as an Agilist. When I took the PMI ACP exam 6 years ago, 2016, the exam was not made up of technicalities of Agile. It was not about the Scrum and the Kanban and the TDD and the FDD. It was more about the mindset that an Agilist needs to have. This was the PMI ACP exam. Now, can you imagine what the PMP exam would be? Of course it wouldn't be the technicalities of Agile. So I want to caution you about being overtly obsessed with the intricacies of the frameworks and the technicality. No. When you go through this book, you want to observe, first of all, pages 8 and 9, the manifesto, values, and principles. You also want to understand page 10, okay? Now, a lot of what you see as practices on page 10, those involve some overarching mindsets that makes you practice Agile in that way. More than understanding the practices, understand the mindset behind the practices. And then the practices make more sense. And when you come across them in questions, it will be a lot easier. I'm going to share with you very quickly from the PMI some other things to think about regarding Agile and mindset. The first one is you should be an advocate for Agile principles. You should model those principles as someone who is a practicing Agilist, someone who is about to get certified. You should be thinking about being an advocate for the principles. Secondly, you should ensure that everyone has a common understanding of the values and principles of Agile and a common knowledge of it. Thirdly, you should support change at the system or organization level. How? By educating the organization and influencing process behaviors. You see, this is tending more towards servant leadership, more towards the idea about being a servant leader as opposed to the idea of being a draconian leader. Leader by title, a leader by position, if you get what I mean. Next, you also want to think about supporting change at the organizational level by educating the organization, influencing behaviors and people in order to make the organization more effective and efficient. Next, you want to think about practicing visualization by maintaining a highly visible information radiator, for example. You want to think about contributing to a safe and trustful team environment by allowing everyone to experiment and make mistakes. The mindset also needs to be one of enhancing creativity, experimenting with new techniques and process ideas in order to discover the more efficient and effective ways of working. You also want to encourage team members to share knowledge, encourage emergent leadership right there within the team by establishing a safe and respectful environment in which new approaches can be tried in order to make improvements and foster self-organization. You also want to practice servant leadership by supporting and encouraging others in their endeavors so that they can perform at their highest level and continue to improve. Have a mindset for value delivery. Have a mindset to ensure that you're delivering value early. Value. If it's not value, you cut it out. A mindset of stakeholder engagement. A mindset to enhance team performance, to enable team performance through coaching, mentoring, and training. A mindset of adaptive planning, not just planning one way and sticking to it, but by adapting. A mindset of problem detection and resolution. A mindset of continuous improvement across people, across the product, across the process. These are the major things you need to think about in the world of Agile, okay? So I see a lot of folks just studying anything Agile. I advise you against that, because if you're spending so much time studying the technicalities of Agile, you're going to have a rude shock when majority of the questions that you face on the exam test you on the mindset. It's the mindset that matters, okay? Thanks for joining me I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.